Mr. Event Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. It's time to relax, take it easy, keep your shoes off. It's story time. And today's story is that James Halliwell classic that you all know from your youth, The Three Little Pigs. But of course, it has its own special twist. Our story begins with the mama pig. Well, she's fell on some hard times. She invested heavily into a Ponzi scheme, and she's lost everything. Her 3 grown sons that live at home are being forced out to live on their own. Left with nothing. The first moral of the story. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. So the little pig set off in the world. The first little pig. He sets off, he doesn't know what he's going to do. He's the youngest of the pigs. He has to find a home, somewhere to live. He's wandering through the countryside. He sees a farmer. He goes up to the farmer. He's just pulling in his crop of hay. And he says to the farmer, "Can I have some hay to build a house?" And the farmer says, "Wow, a talking pig." "Sure, no problem. Tell you what, you can have all the straw you want in exchange for a couple of, nice YouTube videos that I could sort of use to promote my farm. No problem. It's a fair deal." He builds his house out of straw. He's sitting there on a straw couch, watching a straw TV, when all of a sudden, there's a knock at the door. Little pig, let me in." "Not by the hair of my chin. That'll hop, that'll pump, that'll blow your house in." And so he did. And he blew the house of straw down. Well, that little pig, he scampered off just as fast as his feet could carry him. Lesson number 2. Building codes are there for a reason. Follow them. Well, he scampered off to his brother, who had built the House of Sticks, which honestly was really more of a percussion-themed blues bar. A little apartment on top. He got there, and no sooner did he get in the door to his brother's apartment than there was a knock at the door. Little pig, let me in." "Not by the hair of our chin. That'll hop, that'll pop, that'll blow your house in." And so he did. And of course, even though it was a nice, backsplit duplex with a bar in front, the wolf was able to blow the House of Sticks down. The business gone, his apartment destroyed. He was not only homeless, but unemployed. They scampered off as fast as their feet could carry. But it brings us to lesson number 3. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Now, these 2 little pigs, they were scared the wolf was after them. What were they going to do? They immediately went to their oldest brother, who, of course, had built a brick house. Mighty. They all hang out. They got there, and he wasn't home. He was at work. He had a job. How original. So they got in there, they let themselves in, their family members, they had a key, they trusted them. They went in, helped themselves to his pork rinds. Who doesn't want pork rinds? They were drinking his beer, they were having a good time. They figured they were safe. There was a knock at the door. Little pig, let me in." "Not by the hair of our chin. That'll hop, that'll pump, that'll blow your house in." They tried. Nothing. Tried again. Still nothing. Not even a shingle. 3rd time. Oh, this wasn't budget. This was a well-built house. See rule number 2. So, he needed some way to get in there. So, he immediately jumped over to another story, grabbed a grandmother's disguise from Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother, jumped back to the story, knocked on the door, and said, "Little pigs, this is your grandmother." They looked at the peephole. They saw the wolf. They said, "Ha! You're not our grandmother? Our grandmother doesn't have teeth like that." Foiled again. So there's another knock on the door. I'm here to check your water heater. No, you're not. We're not going to get burned at the door. What could the wolf do? Candy, Graham. Candy? We love candy. Open the door. Chomp! Chomp! 2 big bites. Swallow both pig whole. Well, lesson number 4. Retain these from strangers. So the last little pig, he gets home. He walks in. There's a wolf asleep on his couch. Someone drank all his beer. All his pork rinds have been eaten. Springer's on the TV. What could he do? The wolf, obviously unconscious from having eaten such a large meal. The pig takes a hammer, comes over, taps him on the head, knocks him dead, cuts him open, takes out his brothers. He's rescued them. He's saved them. Because lesson number 5. If you're in trouble, you can always count on family.